Hello everyone, this is part 2 of the Leon S Plus guide. In it we'll be going through the sewers and the lab, and this should be the very final video for the Leon A routes. I won't be adding a lot of commentary. I'll only be adding things when it's is appropriate. This section, there's nothing to it. Just hold left, hold right, wait for the 2 bites, then hold left again, and you win.
Holy shit!
There's a grenade in the trash, grab it.
Chew on that, you overgrown son of a bitch.
We're gonna wait for A to lower the ladder. Quick check of the inventory.
Leon, up here.
What the hell was...
Just get up here. Can't say I didn't warn you.
You said the virus turned people into monsters, not reptiles.
Fair point. I'm just impressed you made it in one piece.
So let me get this straight. Umbrella sells monsters like that to who? Our military? Somebody else's?
They don't sell the monsters. They sell the viruses that make them. And Annette is who makes the viruses. As scary as that alligator was, Annette is far more dangerous.
And now we're playing as Ada. So we have the EMF visualizer, which we can use to hack into objects like fans and doors, and we can transfer power between them. So we'll activate the power on the fan, we'll hack into the fan.
Candy from a baby.
And we'll follow this ladder down this way. We'll overload the fan, and then we'll switch the power from the fan to the door. This zombie will aggro. Tried to remove his leg. Didn't quite work. Ended up having to abandon that plan and just proceed through the door anyway. There's nothing else to this little thing anyway, just avoid the zombies, follow this line exactly. I did get grabbed towards the end, but other than that, it's perfectly fine. Mr. X will spawn when we proceed this way. We'll transfer power to the door, open the door, transfer power from the door to the fan, and then we'll proceed. Start shooting bullets here to lower the difficulty adjust of the game. And then it's just a simple puzzle to escape. So we'll activate the power. Overload the first generator. Transfer the power to the second one, overload the second, transfer power to the third, overload the third, and then we're out.
Visitor clearance confirmed. Your ID is authorized until October 1st. Please return before this date.
Not gonna happen.
Now we're playing back as Leon again. We'll use the elevator.
Where are you? That's a pleasant smell.
I'm gonna pop this zombie, and then I think we get grabbed again. Fortunately, I have to waste a grenade here. There is a Mr. Safety over by the bridge that we're going to decapitate preemptively. There's also another one here. Heading down the stairs here, we will use the waterways to slide down to the lower level. Grab the knife. Not entirely sure if the knife is necessary. It probably is. So, up next is G Mutants. They have a noticeable animation that you can abuse, and it's when you there's a yellow gunpowder here. You can poke them with the handgun, and during the active animation where they rise up, and then when they're in the recovery frames when they fall down, during the recovery phase is when you can actually run past them completely unharmed. And that's basically how we dodge that zombie.
Interesting.
And though that G adult, sorry.
Where'd she go? Oh. I'm coming, Ada.
And we'll put away everything apart from the handgun, the shotgun shells, and the yellow gunpowder. We will take the map from the wall, and we'll go this way. We'll activate the bridge to lower it down. Not entirely sure if the stock for the shotgun is worth grabbing. Pretty sure it is, especially in an air scenario. The code for this save is 212.8, sorry. 212.8. And that gets us the stock for the shotgun. The stock will lower the recoil from each shot, enabling us to fire faster. We'll grab the T-bar valve handle from the desk over here, and then we'll proceed through the exit door to get the chemical flamethrower and the 2 plugs. There's a Mr. Safety here that we can headshot. And then there's Hirabayashi coming around the corner, and we'll headshot him too. Decided to use the handgun here, just to conserve on shotgun shells for the time being. Although, in hindsight, it was probably just faster to use the shotgun shell. Decapitate this Mr. Safety here, and then grab the green herb, combine it with the blue and green mix, the red and green mix, the red and blue mix, sorry. There is a grenade to the left, but we'll open the gate first. And we'll move some stuff around. We'll put the grenades in unneeded slots, and we can move forward. Decided to go ahead, just for efficiency, to open up this door and grab the facility key and grab the chemical flamethrower as well, and the 2 plugs. I think I grabbed the 2 plugs after, not sure. It might just be easier to grab the key first, you know, and then everything else after the fact. But now I'm not so sure. Decided I would go and grab the 2 plugs, the king and the queen plug, and the chemical flamethrower. This area is particularly messy sometimes. We're going to immediately head up to the upper platform here, drop down. And there'll be another G mutant here that we have to avoid. We get grabbed by a G mutant, we want to use the... We get grabbed here, so we use the grenade. Because the grenade is the only self-defense item that doesn't actually push us back. And we could use that opportunity to skate by that first G-adult. And for this second one, I actually duke it this way, so then I can go around this way. And then for this one, we can run right past it as soon as it spawns in. Heading in here now. Decided I wanted to try and headshot the zombie from over here. Obviously it was not going to work, so I decided to get closer and try again, but ultimately it failed. Probably easier with a Magnum in the second run. That video is in the works. Second run's a lot faster than the first run, trust me. So that zombies there, did a quick spot check just to see where it was. Gonna use the queen plug here, open this door, and headshot this next zombie. Up steps is the king plug, and we'll drop down and use it to grab the queen plug and then subsequently the chemical flamethrower. So we use the king plug here. We'll grab the chemical flamethrower, but we won't actually go through the shortcut door. We'll go back the way we came and grab the king plug again. Ultimately, remember that we have to go through the lower level, and we grab the queen plug here. Did a quick rearrange of my inventory there, and we can actually grab. We put the queen plug in here, and then we grab the king plug. Grab the queen plug again, go back this way, grab the king plug, and we're done. The next section is just a case of avoiding some G mutants. I think we take out the first one and we completely avoid the other two. Do we have to sacrifice another grenade though? Not sure. We'll see. This first one I was a bit worried about using the grenades, but I think at this point, looking back on it now, the tyrant fight didn't really need that many grenades. Tried to get this one done. I think I do get grabbed here actually. Oh no, I don't. Not too sure how many shots it takes to actually get those down, but ultimately we did do it. That guy was over there who's just minding his own business, decided to take the opportunity, go back this way. There is another G mutant that we have to worry about. We'll do a linebacker charge. But if you give it enough space, he'll follow the animation, sink down, then you can walk past him, essentially. Now that we've done that, we're going to go back to the facility workroom, so unlock those doors, grab the rock plug, and then we're out there. There's not really too much to add after this point, so I'll leave you to the video to let it speak for itself. Now that we have the rook plug, the king plug and the queen plug, we can make our way back to the save room and open the door to fight G2. We're going to go ahead this way and do it, because I've ultimately found that this is probably the most efficient way to get to it. We simply go this way, and we have like 3 zombies to decap now at this point, which is a lot easier to do for this side than it is avoiding more G mutants, which I ultimately decided was not in the best interests in order to do. A lot of times in this particular gameplay that you're being shown now, there'll be times where I judge a distance poorly, and sometimes that can happen, but as long as like you keep calm and you know exactly where you need to be for your shots to land, then you'll be in a good place. So we're heading back up this way. More stair skating here. I think a good habit to remember is to just keep, you know, it might not seem like it's doing much, but you actually save a lot of time. It's like half a second of faster than actually climbing up each individual step. So here we're going to put away the T-bar valve handle, some more things, gunpowder I think, a lot of stuff. We'll take the knight from the, and then put it in the knight plug. We'll take the bishop and put it next to the door. And then the queen goes next to, then the rook goes in the middle, the queen goes opposite the rook, and the king goes opposite the knight. And that's essentially how we do it. And now we're gonna go fight G2. G2 is probably the easiest G fight that you can ever have. I would say the choke points in a standard or hardcore run are probably the G1 and G3. I think G1 less so than G3, but G2 is probably the safest for Leon, I think. The code here is 124. And take this line that I'm taking here. You will never get stunned. Stand behind here. Use the flamethrower to speed this section up. In trying to record both of the sewers and the lab, I've realised that my recording time has actually gone over 60 minutes, which is a very big problem. So I think what I'll do is after the G fight, I will end video here. And it'll just be the sewers. And that is your video, your part 2 video. Part 3 will probably just be the lab, which is a lot easier to manage than, you know. There might be some editing things that I have to do in there because I think I fluffed a section. I had to redo it, so I might actually cut that out. I'm not sure. Anyway, this fight starts. We're gonna use a flash grenade. We're gonna use the flamethrower to stun him. We want to stun him in the middle, so that we can just use the cargo crane in one go and get rid of him that way. You want to use up to about 96, so you use the flamethrower until it reads like 98 or 96 fuel. And then you can use the rest of it to stun him one final time. The damage that you do after the 96 mark is enough to activate his kill trigger, which will get you the achievement. I think it's not even an achievement, it's just a challenge, right? Then that's the fight.
Let's hope that's the last of them.
So yeah, this is probably going to be its own video, now that I think about it. And then, so I will make a separate recording for the additional lab section, which is obviously going to mean I have to split this clip up into 2 different clips, then delete the lab section, I guess. It's worth noting that the cable car is a point of no return, so if you activate it, you are in the lab for good. So you want to go and get that Magnum, you better go and do it now. But we'll cover that in the B scenario. The same goes for the machine gun, the MQ-11 in Claire's scenario. It's not really worth getting in the scenario for Claire. Anyway, and that'll cover it. That'll cover this video. Thank you for watching.
This tram is bound for Nest. Do not exit until the final destination.
I will see you in the lab. Bye.
You know what I was thinking? I can't wait for the FBI to raid Umbrella headquarters and take those bastards to justice.
I agree, but to be clear, you're not working in official capacity. This is a federal case. Once we get the G-Virus, I'm back on my own. Hey, Leon. Trust me?
Trust me?
Honestly, if I didn't, you'd probably be dead.
Right.